We are seeing more local protests 1 week after a grand jury in Ferguson, Missouri decided not to indict Officer Darren Wilson in the shooting death of Michael Brown.
They say turn down! We say light brown! They say turn down!
Dozens of demonstrators formed a human chain in southwest Washington this morning. They snarled rush hour traffic for nearly an hour. The protesters marched to Chinatown in Northwest and laid down on the streets for several minutes. No arrests were made. The situation in Ferguson was the topic of meetings at the White House today. Just a short time ago, we heard from President Obama as he talked with his cabinet, civil rights leaders, and law enforcement officials about making changes.
When any part of the American family does not feel like it is being treated fairly, that's a problem for all of us.
ABC's Karen Travers has more.
1 week later, and the fallout from the Ferguson grand jury decision continues. Marches taking place across the nation, including Washington, D.C., where peaceful demonstrators block traffic.
Everything needs to be at a standstill until people understand that lives matter. Not only do Black lives matter, but all lives matter.
In New York and in Philadelphia, and even at the White House, where inside President Obama was holding a series of meetings focused on what can be learned from Ferguson. Mr. Obama called for a 3-year, $263 million spending package that includes expanded police training programs and $75 million to subsidize up to 50,000 more body cameras for local police officers. The NFL said today it will not punish the members of the St. Louis Rams who came out onto the field for Sunday's game with their hands raised in that now iconic pose.
Just a positive message. That's all we're trying to do for now. Just a positive message. Hoping something really good come out of it.
But the St. Louis County Police Association said the gesture was tasteless, offensive, and inflammatory. The newly formed Ferguson Commission, made up of local officials and community leaders there, met for the first time today with an ambitious goal of working to bridge deeply rooted divisions. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
This Wednesday, ABC 7 will host a national town hall on the situation in Ferguson. Your Voice, Your Future, Ferguson, America Reacts airs December 3rd at 7 p.m. It will also stream on WJLA.com.